An acceleration of plans by the Dark Kingdom has ensued. Just as I have continued to tell you, this Dark Kingdom believe they will win and their goals will be accomplished. The one who has been selected and groomed for the role of hero and god of this earth walks among you. He is the man of perdition, he is the one they believe will rule the world and finalize the evil plans of Satan. It is he who disguises himself as a peaceful leader, one to bring harmony across the world. Soon he will be made public. Great measures have been taken by those in power to ensure their design is carried out. They play the people of the world as pawns in their game and they study the response of the masses in order to better perfect their next strategy. This plan has been in place since Satan rebelled. The pieces fall into place quickly and I will now do something with your time. This is why it is of the utmost importance to be walking with me. Many of my people are still sleeping, they have not drawn close to me and they are not living lives of holiness. Therefore, as these judgments are unleashed with more force, closer and closer together, most unfortunately are yet still unprepared. The God of this world has a host, and he will have his time, but it will be short-lived. He will exalt himself above every god and demand to be worshipped as greater than me. He will prosper until the indignation is finished, for that which has been decreed shall be done. Watch and see as all things come together to control the populations of the world. A new and better system which has been foretold in my word will be presented, and it will look as if it is the only way to survive. The days of freedom as you know it are over. A great battle is raging, as you are very well aware. This is a spiritual battle, a war between good and evil, a kingdom of light versus a kingdom of darkness, those in allegiance to the only Creator, against those who rebelled so long ago. The war you are now in is in its final season of this age, the culmination of the war of the serpent seed against the holy seed of my only begotten Son. This is a war between Satan and his offspring whose destiny is eternal fire, and my children, my heirs, who will receive their rewards and live with me eternally. The enemy's seed will die, but my seed through Yeshua cannot die. My Son, who is the light, is the only one whose blood is incorruptible and gives eternal life and salvation to all who believe. The spiritual battle intensifies greatly almost daily now, and you are seeing things never before witnessed. In his quest to become like me, and in his desire to usurp my throne, and in his eyes, win this battle I speak of, the enemy of your soul has inhabited a human form and will soon publicly call himself the Messiah. He has planned this from the beginning of his rebellion, and many preparations have been made for his rise to power. Many give their allegiance to him and his forces, and the mandates for living under his system of governance have already begun to be implemented around the world. Those who have ears to hear what I am saying, beware. For those of you who have not learned to know me, to know my voice whispering to you in the secret place, you will be deceived, and you will remain to be ruled for a time under this beast system. This will be a most terrible time on the earth, and this time is ever so close at hand. The darkness that has been embraced and fed by those who have not chosen me fully is now visible and manifesting powerfully in the earth like never before, as the forces of darkness amass their armies and display the fruits of their wicked and evil ways. This must be, as I am allowing each and every soul to make a choice. There is a further separation of those who need further refinement by fiery trials, and it must occur, so that you are made aware that your choice for light or darkness will determine your position, whether in my kingdom as my bride, or those invited as guests, or whether you make a choice in free will, separating yourselves from me eternally. Your choices in the past and now, have and will determine where and how you will spend the remaining final moments here, as I give the earth over to darkness for a short time, bringing judgment and recompense where it is due, and removing my arm of protection. Have I not said that judgment begins in my house? The clarion call goes forth. Who do you serve? For I tell you, you cannot serve two masters. This is not only about a battle, the greatest battle of all time for mankind, but about a covenant. You are either in covenant with Satan, or in covenant with me. A profound fact, but inherently simply. His covenant may bring you your heart desire here in the worldly things that are fleeting and without substance, but my blood covenant brings eternal life and the fulfillment of the deeper desires of your heart, bringing you back into oneness with the one who so lovingly formed you, breathing life into you, so we could be in relationship and communion together in perfect harmony. There is a plan in place for all that is happening, and the battle plans have been told to you in my word. My kingdom is a kingdom of righteousness, order, justice, authority, power, and dominion, with a governing body and precise strategies. Just as my kingdom in heaven has elders in my council, so too will there be a governing body on the earth after this battle finishes, as I have already won the victory. It must only play out in the natural before you according to my word. The locust plagues, the storms of great magnitude, earthquakes, floods and volcanoes you are seeing are only the beginning of the severe judgments. The evil plans of the enemy run so deep that you cannot fathom it. Things will escalate so very quickly now, and I must have your focus. Those who hate my people and all that are not a part of their plan act with no conscience and no morals. There is only an agenda and the obsessive drive to accomplish it. The portals have opened and hell has been unleashed on the earth. Anyone who does not see this is in complete denial and will suffer the consequences of this decision. I have always offered the choice, but the choice must come quickly. The fury in which the demonic armies operate reflects the level of warfare you are engaged in. You are my ordained, chosen before the foundation to be on the front lines of battle, for it is you who have been trained in the weapons of this warfare, and I have already brought you forth through the fires of refinement in order that you will stand. There is great fear in the camps of the enemy as my anointed ones have arisen. The battle becomes bloodier still, but as I have told you, you will save many as you slay numerous. Great shifts are taking place in the spiritual as the sword of my spirit shatters the plans and the schemes of death and destruction against you, my anointed. Truly you are hated with such aggression because of your obedience to me. You battle for the very souls I battled for and won, tearing them away from the grips of the adversary of souls. Atomic in nature will be the destruction of Satan and his ranks as they disintegrate under your feet. Wave after wave will be sent at you, but great will be their demise. A great and terrible day has arrived for those in allegiance with darkness. They have not reckoned the sheer power and might of the King of all creation and his army, his shining ones. You will burst at them now with the sheer magnificence of my radiant glory on the front lines of battle and the march valiantly onto victory. The spoils of war you gather will be the lost souls and those imprisoned by the chains of darkness for so long. You will now set the captives free with my sword and the keys I have entrusted to you. The standard is raised and my holy fire goes before you into battle this day. We will breathe fire on the wicked and utterly consume them. We take no prisoners as the damned are already condemned. There is only way to be free. I am the way. I am the truth. My truth will set you free. You cannot have light and darkness together. You must choose. Are you ready? Truly ready? There is hope in me and only me. I protect and provide for my own. Take my hand and trust me alone. I know the heart of every soul. You will not walk this path alone if we are united in my heart.